What happened to Atlas?
Did he die?
Possibly.
Nope, I'm good. The stream froze. We're like, yeah, hi.
Hello.
We were almost free, Ruber. We were almost free.
I know.
What do you mean almost free? Oh, you were almost free.
Yeah.
Well, that's wow. I'm kind of saddened by that. No, but like the countdown was counting down, and then it stopped, and the music stopped, but the image was still there, and you guys were still moving.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
And I was like-
bizarre.
Yeah,
That's horrifying. What the hell?
Gab got the Latina girls done long, luscious nails. What's happening, y'all? Hey, Ed.
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
It's Friday night, baby,
Yeah.
and we're here.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's hard.
It is true. Well, where else would we be?
I don't know.
So, what's up?
Well, this week, so we got 2 weeks left in the quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like starting to get ready for the end.
It is March, huh?
Yeah, but the weird part is the quarter ends, and then we have a week, and then spring break starts for some reason.
That's bizarre, but all right.
Yeah,
Why
I
not?
think because it has to line up with Easter. That's why.
I see.
Yeah, I like how people, Zaro and Ed, are like hi to each other. Gab should eat Takis and flaming hot Cheetos with those nails. I think I'm gay for Alpha right now. Okay. Yeah, so getting ready for like the end of the quarter, like I'm setting up my seniors with their final project, and we're almost done with the Raisin in the Sun with them, and then like trying to speed to the end of the book here of what's it called, To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm going to introduce the like what the final is to them next week. I wonder how many of my students come across these videos and like get a sneak peek into, because I don't really talk about what it is being a teacher on Generation Dan. You only get the like T here on Nexus. Mr. Novak's got a pop quiz next week. Fuck.
That would be, dude. That would be so funny.
Yeah.
You'd have to hand it to them if that was the case. They'd be like,
Yes.
you know, that's fine. You're allowed to know, I guess.
Yeah. No, I anything I put on the internet, I expect my students to see at some point or another anyway.
Mhm.
So I'm not really doing things that I shouldn't, you know. I don't even put up that much of my stand-up online anymore because I'm afraid one of them will see it.
Yeah. The idea that, like, you know, any of this stuff could just be like everywhere all of a sudden, it's kind of horrifying.
Don't you worry about that yourself with your students?
I guess, but
maybe in the Navy, they
don't really
there's
have
less
that
of
many
the-
hobbies though. So
yeah, there's that, and then like they're trying to actively whip them into shape and not be fucking like idiots. And why are you looking up your instructor online? You know, 20 push-ups or whatever.
yeah, that's like such a middle school thing to do, I think.
These are sophomores, which is not too far off of middle school. My seniors will occasionally look me up, and I'm like, just leave me alone. When you graduate, you can do whatever you want, but just leave me alone. And and to their credit, like 99.9% of them do. So it's just the like lower grades that are like, Mr.
Yeah.
I saw you doing this. I'm like, yeah, I know. I put it there.
Yep. Yeah. I think they're when they're younger, they're a lot more obsessed with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, because when you're a kid, your teacher is this like entity that has a large control over your life, and if you can get any sort of peek behind the curtain, you want to get that. IDK, how unique your name is, but something is telling me it's not. You know what? That's a good point. You Google Matt Barber, and it's just like, okay, which
oh
Matt?
yeah. My name is like impossible to Google and find anything fucking useful. That's true.
That
You
is
get like a
very good point.
Canadian singer or something, and
Yeah.
like you're just like, well.
This reminds me of, we had the blood drive at school this week, and they were like, if you want to donate. I'm afraid of, like, okay, I'm on epilepsy meds. Does that ruin the batch or something? So I look up, can I donate blood with epilepsy? Google was like, oh, you want to donate blood? Here's places to donate blood. You have epilepsy. Blood is good for epileptics. You should donate here. That's not what I'm fucking Googling for. So
it's actually insane how useless like Google is now.
Yeah.
And I was so afraid just because it's a newer medication too. So it's very hard to, like, Keppra you can donate, that sort of thing. But yeah, Google is dog shit now. And shitification rules us all.
Yep.
So true.
I was listening to I think it was Even More News. It's that news show by Cody Johnston from Crack.
Yeah. Some more news into
some more news, even more news. But they were calling the stuff going on in Iran right now the slop of war.
Bro, that shit,
like, it's pretty on the nose.
Bro, gas has gone up like a quarter in like 3 days.
Awesome.
Yeah. As soon as I heard, like, last weekend when it was like, oh, he's hitting Iran, I took our car to the gas station and like topped it off real quick.
That's smart.
Yeah. To be fair, I have a unique name too, which is why I separate my personal stuff like Insta from things like YouTube. Oh yeah. So if you live in a car-centric hellhole, which is to say most of the United States, buckle up. Root beer, I'm sure you have easier-ish time where you are.
Yeah, like mostly take public transit or walk, but I do drive my car to locals, and I have not filled up yet.
Tragic.
It's kind of becoming the 70s all over again. War in the Middle East, gas prices going really high, terrible jobs, like no jobs.
We've been repeating this every like 10 years, every time there's a Republican president.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do it on purpose, but
yeah.
Well,
this time the world might actually end. Maybe, who knows?
Well, they're trying to, right? They're trying to make the end times.
Yeah. So honestly, if they start nuking places, the East Coast is going first. So good luck, Matt.
Thanks. See how much they care about me, guys? See how much?
Yeah.
R.I.P. most of my extended family on my dad's side. Woof. Let's see. There was okay, so where my classroom is located is like way at the back of campus. So when you call for something from the main office, they're either just not going to come or it takes forever to get back there. So you tend to do some kind of creative things when it comes to classroom management. Case in point, one of my downstairs neighbors was like, hey, I have a kid who has been kicked out of 3 other English classes and they stuck him with me and he's ruining the vibe in there. Can you, these are his words, look as admin-y as possible and just come in and make it look like you're doing an observation for like 20 minutes and then leave.
I respect that.
And so I did. I went into the class. He's like, here's the desk. Here's where he's going to sit. I purposely made a space for you. Like, come sit in this chair. So I came in like with sunglasses on too. I came in and just sat next to him with a pad of paper and was like scribbling notes. And didn't say anything. And after 20 minutes, just got up and left. And it apparently worked. So
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
kids, they're so predictable, man.
Yeah,
but that's
North Korea
what's good.
Get our asses to the West Coast. Yeah, we can. They can. China too, if we piss them off enough. Or Russia, even. Alaska is closer than you think. They
Yeah.
used to belong to them even.
All right. Now the next question is: which military bases are closest to where we live?
Like military. Okay. Military bases.
I don't want to talk about this question.
Hang on.
Yeah. So if we do get bombed, how likely are we to fucking?
Like where I am.
Quiet. You're the one who asked the question. I'm looking up San
I
Francisco
don't,
first.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. There's a lot.
Chat, they really just want to be like, damn, how fast is Matt gonna fucking die?
Well, no, I'm looking up San Francisco, Matt. This is on him.
Yeah.
Fort Miley in San Francisco, U.S. Coast Guard is in the city. Army National.
What do you
There's
care
a
about
Marine
Coast
Corps
Guard?
Reserve Center. There's a lot of like Coast Guard and Navy stuff. Duh, you're on the ocean. Pillar Point Air Force Station near Half Moon Bay. All right. Now to the LA area. This is so dark. Delaware small. Russia, but is there anything in Siberia? No, but oh my god, there's so much in LA. We're screwed. Okay. Anyway, that was sad. Thanks for beer. You killed the vibe.
Why, dude?
Are you guys watching anything good?
Watching like TV shows or movies? Not really.
Yeah.
No. What the slop? And I guess Yuri. I like reading Yuri manga.
Understandable. That makes sense.
Katie and her mom do this thing every year where they watch all of the Best Picture nominees before the Oscars.
Uh-huh.
So this last weekend they did like half of them, and I went in and watched Train Dreams with them, and then I had to go get a haircut. So I left. But Train Dreams is really good. You guys should see it if you haven't already. It's on Netflix.
Maybe.
It's one of those like it's a very beautiful movie. So if you're like one of those every frame of painting people, you're gonna love that. But it's one of those like you're just kind of turning it over in your mind for days or weeks after, just because of how sparse it is. And Matt, the protagonist looks like us, so that's cool.
That's terrible.
Joel Edgerton with the beard, like yeah, quietly intense, that sort of thing. But after I watched the movie, I was like, I wish I watched this high. This would have been a great movie to watch high. Oh well. I want to see Hoppers. Hoppers looks good. I've been hearing like it's Pixar's funniest movie. Yeah, wait. Speaking of Delaware, I had to do that Cynthia Erivo back away gif when Shay Frillis mentioned Wilmington, Delaware. I was like, ACH, I can visual that theater he went to. Jeez, I haven't heard the name Shay Frillis in a long time.
I don't know what any of these words mean. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Disgraced YouTuber. And Katie and I are watching The Pit. Really liking The Pit.
Many such cases as far as disgraced YouTubers go.
I have absorbed The Pit through watching a bunch of doctors react to it on YouTube.
What have they said about it?
I mean, that it is generally accurate. Like, the timetables are a little fudged because, like, the first season... How far are you into the first season?
We just started the season finale right before I came in here.
Okay, so yeah, you know that the whole thing takes over the course of one shift.
Yeah. Well, one shift and some change. I'm not going to spoil why, but
you know. So, you know, there's a bit of fudging of the timetables for dramatic effect.
Of course. Well, because they got to do the thing where they're like, all right, it's sweeps week or whatever. So,
and, you know, they're maybe letting the student interns do a little bit too much.
Yeah. I have a friend who's in med school, and they're like, I don't think they would be letting me do that much that quickly.
Yeah.
Although my dad, who is a retired doctor, says that that's the closest it gets to medical accuracy in TV shows. So that's kind of neat. I asked him what the second most accurate was. Scrubs, which
That's
is very
so
strange.
funny.
And he's like, not necessarily in the later seasons where it gets goofier, but at the beginning when they're interns and residents and stuff, it's like real accurate to like what the experience is like. Disgraced note. Anyway, I shouldn't be too surprised since he lives in the greater Philly area. So like if he goes to Delaware, it's like, yeah, no shit. Honestly,
Yeah, but who chooses to go to Delaware? That's what I'm saying.
They're like, well, we got to give them something. Here, you're the first state. And that's it. That's all you get. Okay, Divine Z sucks. Let's talk about why it sucks.
I mean, the writing is pretty ass. Right. Like, I need more time to compile it into, like, a coherent video. But, like,
Okay.
The writing has been extremely rushed. They keep making very questionable writing choices. Right? Like... they like write off certain characters only to like immediately bring in like a different returning character, so there's like no real stakes to anything that's happening. The whole thing is kind of taking place in like this illusion, so you have like the phantom versions of all these existing characters, and like the main character's arguments against like the phantom isn't very compelling a lot of the time. Because it's so rushed and everything gets compressed into like one episode really quickly, he is just like, oh, yeah, you have these very like shallow, unconvincing talking points against, these characters who are trying to like escape from their very real like problems or trauma. And it just doesn't do a very good job of arguing against them. As a final season, it doesn't really do a good job of just being like a capstone to everything that's happened before it. Like, it just kind of ignores a lot of previous seasons.
Yeah, it's almost as if Bushiroad is not making use of several years of work and understanding by the fan base that they build up, and are instead throwing it all away for a relatively short amount of time because reasons ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
cough premium.
I know what you're hinting at.
Yes.
Premium. Premium's been dead since like 2024.
Okay, but my point stands.
Yeah. Yeah, and also like Gobwolia's Phantom has an interesting Phantom skill. The rest of the deck is boring as fuck.
Classic.
Yeah, so like the Phantom skill can like steal critical triggers. So you can nullify either the power or the crit gain, and then like next turn, whatever you nullified, he like gains. So, like, if you nullify the crit, he gains a crit. If you nullify the power, he gains power.
Okay.
Yeah. So he can, like, steal the critical triggers, but then the rest of the deck is just, like, put 2 rear guards into the soul, and then call 2 rear guards from the drop zone, and give your front row power plus 5,000.
Hooray.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, everything, like, the Phantom skill is kind of interesting. Everything else about the deck looks boring as fuck. And, like, he just does not feel very, like, final boss-y, Like, stealing your triggers is cool. I just kind of expected more.
I think okay, so with stuff like that, it relies on the opponent to a degree, which is usually not a good sign for a deck.
But at least like negating critical triggers is like like decks have become a lot more consistent these days. They've become a lot better at just kind of like thinning out their deck and ensuring that you get triggers to activate. Also, we don't know the full text, so it's hard to say whether he can do that multiple times if your opponent keeps checking a bunch of triggers, or if it's just like a one and done kind of thing.
Mhm. It's still like I think it reminds me of like just stay with me here. It reminds me of Shadow Paladin Liches, where it's like this is a cool skill. Great. Your opponent needs to be doing a thing a certain way for you to then react to it. It's a reactionary deck from the ground up, if that makes sense. Which means I think it's just kind of dead on arrival, competitively speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Gab fan also plays very Yu-Gi-Oh trope in the fact that it's hyper niche and obviously meant to.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, okay, obviously, like obviously, it's meant to like hit Resile, right? Because you like shuffle all your crits back, and then you get like an extra drive.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then it made me think of like, do you remember in very early Yu-Gi-Oh those traps where they're made to counter like staples? Okay, so
Yes.
if they do this, the Harpy's Feather Duster hits their stuff instead.
Yeah. You know, like Griffin Wing, anti-Raigeki.
White hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Classic.
Sorry. Texting my wife about stuff tomorrow. Hooray. This is such not a Vanguard trope. And you're right, it's not. Yay for experimentation, I guess. But
it 100% is a Vanguard trope. Like, do you remember the Alfred that like shuffles your entire field, including locked cards, back to your deck and calls them back? Do you remember fucking Hetero Round Dragon that's designed to shuffle a card back into your opponent's deck so it counters Demiurge?
Good point. Now, here's the thing. Both of those cards do things without playing against the opponent or that particular opponent. You still check top X number of cards and call something. You still do the equivalent of a denial griffin and fuck up your opponent's plays.
Yeah,
those both do something. But
those are right. Like obviously designed. Like Gab Phantom also does something, right? Like enough decks are good at thinning out that you are pretty likely to like trigger his Phantom skill, and like the Phantom skill also just gives you the passive 5k to the front row. So it's like it still does something, but like obviously it was designed to counter Resile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it would like I think the way it would feel a little less niche is if it stole all triggers. But not just specifically crits.
Then you're getting into what's his name from Deleters, where it like turns the triggers upside down.
Yeah,
which would be kind of neat. I think that would be fun if they're like, okay, if you get a heal, I heal instead.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that would be possibly too broken, depending. But maybe test and see. You can play Alfred and still not care. Yeah, if there's no LJ, but whatever. Brant, thank you. Yeah, where the nation of Brantgate gets his name. Hooray!
Where's Brant go? Where'd Brant go?
I don't know. I remember it was like, wasn't it a manga card for a long time?
Yes.
And then they like kind of tacked it onto the back of, I want to say G era, where nobody played it.
Yeah, well, it was a manga card, and they always print the manga cards as promos. So we got a version of it in G.
Yeah. And then V, they made a real one, and it was still not very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the grade 4 Brant was playable for a little bit. I don't remember G's meta. Like, I was not playing the game at the time.
Oh, I remember the game at the time. People were not like, there was one guy at your locals who would play Brant because he's like, haha, fuck you. I can, turn your heels upside down. And you're like, and I can still do the rest of the game, but whatever.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll make the like Divine's recap video when this is all over.
It'll never be over.
This season has been pretty fucking ass. Yeah, and then there's like nothing to react to in terms of new cards because they've been on a break the last couple of weeks. I guess there's the Bang Dream cards, but I don't fucking care to read the Bang Dream
I don't want to
cards.
react to the Bang Dream. Nobody
I
cares
forgot
about the
Bang Dream was
cards.
coming to Vanguard, I'm gonna be honest. Or was in Vanguard at all.
Yeah.
I guess what feels so jarring is that it's typed to a particular exclusive mechanic, Fantome, and targeted the gimmick of another exclusive mechanic, Divine Skill. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's not like it's specifically nullifying the Divine Skill, though. Like, any deck can check a crit.
Right. I like to give my students little journal prompts, and I'm going to be out on Monday because I'm taking my dad to the doctor. So I wrote the one for Monday before I left today, which was, what is a misheard song lyric that you could defend in court if given a chance? You swear it's this other thing.
Dear Lord. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was like learning Radiant Typhoon combos in Master Duel.
Oh, how is that?
I mean, they're playable. MST negates.
It does. That's what I've been saying.
That's pretty fun.
My whole life.
I love that they made a deck because of a meme.
Yeah. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty good about that. At least Rush Duel is pretty good about that, just making a bunch of like silly joke archetypes.
Yeah. And like, even if it's not super great, it's still interesting to play. And maybe it ends up being.
Yeah. Like Radiant
the
Typhoon.
one I could think of. The Radiant Typhoon. What?
Yeah, like Radiant Typhoon happens to be a pretty good deck with its Link monster, which I think Master Duel got either before or around the same time as the TCG, which is fun.
Okay.
Yeah, like that happens sometimes where they like fudge some of the timetables so that Master Duel ends up getting cool things either before or around the same time as like paper play.
Master Duel is a weird little ecosystem it's got going on there, doesn't it?
Yep. Also, Jesus Christ, the deck was way too expensive for what it is.
Boo. I badly want Rush Duels here in the States. I don't know. Maybe I would enjoy it. I haven't actually tried it before.
Like, Rush Duel looks so fun, and they come up with all sorts of really like funny gimmick decks that are really cool. I think like the more simplistic play style would appeal to a lot of the Yugi boomers. They're like, Yu-Gi-Oh dying.
Yeah, especially Yugi boomers who probably learned on the playground where we weren't reading the cards properly, and we're just making shit up.
Yeah, because like a lot of people like the speed duel format, but like the speed duel format is still limited by adhering to the original TCG card pool. Like Rush Duel being its own kind of separate entity is pretty nice, and the fact that it manages to be within the like top 15 TCGs in Japan as like a spin-off of a bigger game is pretty impressive.
Kind of reminds me of like the amount of spin-offs you get from a show like Cheers that are successful in their own right, where it's like Rush Duel in Japan is the Frasier to Yu-Gi-Oh's Cheers. Matt gets the reference, I hope.
I do.
Okay,
I'm
good.
just like wondering how many other people will get it.
I don't know.
You could be
I was talking to another teacher about Seinfeld, and they're like, "You know Seinfeld?" I'm like, "Yeah. Why wouldn't I?"
That hurts.
And he's like, "I don't know. You look like you still have your knees." I'm like, "Okay, thanks."
Oh, I want to hear this, man.
I even show the Chinese restaurant whenever I'm teaching a specific assignment because it's like how to write a story that takes place all in one space. I feel like I'm too young. Yes and no. It's one of those shows where you'll understand exactly like the human element of it, but there is a certain amount of like, this feels so cliched because it laid the groundwork for so many other great sitcoms after it. I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But give it a shot. Like, it's also a sitcom you can skip around. It's not like, oh, I got to watch it in order. You're fine.
Mhm.
Just look
Or-
up like
If you want truly insane shit, you can watch Curb Your Enthusiasm.
also, yes. I was just rewatching the after like what was going on recently. The season where he's trying to produce the musical about Salman Rushdie, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is in it for like half a season.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and like there's the thing where they're trying to do a song and there's like a sign language interpreter and her boobs are so big people are looking at her instead of the show and stuff like that. Great,
Absolutely insane television program.
Mm-hmm. And I love that like they just kind of, do you want to do another one? He's like, come back to me in a few years. And just whenever he feels like it. Curb you have to watch in order though. Seinfeld you don't.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm like 3 tangents deep here. T-series packs.
I remember what we were talking about, to be honest. I lost track.
Yeah, we bounced around to like like Vanguard over to Yu-Gi-Oh. They really should import Rush Duel.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating that like they technically did, but it's as like a subset of Duel Links, which is already like a horribly monetized mobile game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if that counts to me. Like, if the idea is to get more people in on it, although I remember that MBT video where he was talking about how like Yu-Gi-Oh kind of is Master Duel now, and pay-per-play is taking the backseat.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of
unfortunate. I would say he was like dubiously correct on that one.
If I remember correctly watching the video, he wasn't trying to be like, this is how it is now. He's like, I fear it's becoming this. So
yeah,
dubiously correct kind of sits in that space pretty well.
I think it's a reasonable worry,
mm-hmm.
but I don't think that's true yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Basically where I'm at.
It's not like it's not like Commander is killing MTG, which is just a proven fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, it's a little looking forward, I suppose. MTG is in like a really fucking weird state because they have like back when I played MTG, there would be 4 sets a year, 3 like sets in a block, and then a core set, right?
Yeah.
And there'd be a rotation, that would cycle out the old block, basically. Well, they eventually got rid of blocks, and then they went to like individual sets, and they went to like a 2-set blocks, and then they just started making individual sets at some point or another. But this year, they kind of stuck to 4 sets a year for a while as far as standard legal sets. 2026 is going to have 7 standard legal sets.
That's a lot, dude.
Which are universes beyond, which means they are sets that are like collaborations with other IPs.
Mm-hmm.
So they had Avatar.
I remember that.
They're having Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
Marvel superheroes and Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like,
awesome.
This sucks, man.
Yeah.
Do you not like the collabs they do?
No.
So
not when it's like all that they do.
Yeah.
It being 4 of the 7. First of all, the fact that there's 7 sets in a year is insane.
It is.
Secondly, over half of those sets are like not Magic sets.
Kind of reminds you of like there's like those parasitic wasps that lay their young into ants, and then they like hatch and take over the ant, like that. It's all these sets that are like, it's not Magic anymore. It's got the veneer of being Magic the Gathering, but it's not theirs. It's other IPs that are just putting their wasp eggs into the carcass that is MTG.
Yeah.
Too dark.
And what's crazy is sometimes the collab sets like do really, really well. Like last year they had Final Fantasy, which did really, 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 really well. Like people love that shit. But right after it, they had Spider-Man, which just fucking bombed. And so it happened again this year where they had Avatar, which did pretty well. And they had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and people were like, eh. And it's like, okay, so every other, like, would it not be better if you just picked, like, maybe have, like, one Universes Beyond set a year, and then, like, you know, people can look forward to and, like, put, like, a bunch of, like, effort into that one rather than, like, trying to do 4 of them in a year and having half of them be completely, like, whatever. I don't know. What do I know?
I mean,
like if you're gonna do it, does not I feel like that makes more sense. They had a Lord of the Rings Universes Beyond a while ago, but it wasn't standard legal. That was
Lord of the Rings seems like the perfect thing to do.
Okay, here's the problem with Lord of the Rings. So, Magic has always been kind of like knockoff fantasy for the most part,
right?
And so putting like, you know, a classical fantasy like IP into your like, you know, knockoff fantasy game cheapens it even more.
Interesting.
If that makes sense.
Why? Because it's like stooping to Magic.
Because now it's like because instead of being like, you know, kind of like paying homage to this thing, now you're just directly next to it.
Yeah. And then it makes you look shittier by comparison. That's fun. Also, I'm pretty sure like J.R.R. Tolkien, had he been alive when this was happening, would be incredibly pissed off.
Oh, probably.
Guessing. Yeah.
But he's dead, so he can't be pissed off, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends on whoever's...
That guy's probably weird.
Yeah, he was weird. He was in World War I. Everybody who came out of that was in some way or another. Yeah, like it depends like who runs the estate. Like J.D. Salinger's estate will not option Catcher in the Rye for a movie, no matter how hard anybody asks.
Honestly, it's probably correct, especially this day and age.
Definitely. But it's one of my favorite things where my students are like, is there a movie we can watch? And I'm like, fuck no, there's not a movie we can watch. His estate has an iron grip on that IP. It's not going anywhere.
I think God, a Catcher in the Rye movie would do so much fucking... It'd be the next Joker, dude.
Yeah, definitely. It's up there with like fucking Marty Supreme and American Psycho and Fight Club. Like, yeah, just leave it alone. To the probably zero, but maybe this gets to some woman's algorithm somewhere. If you're dating someone and they say their favorite book is Catcher in the Rye, turn and run as fast as you can.
I don't know. I think
you can say you like it. That's fine.
I think it requires a little. I think it requires a little investigation, but yeah, probably a bad sign.
Yeah. Anyway, the reveals for the Yakuza collab for Vanguard feel so fake. The cards just look wrong.
Yeah. I was collab? Like internally
what?
Yeah, there's a Yakuza collab.
Why?
Don't question it.
It's still very funny to me that Japan has put out, like outside of Vanguard, Japan has put out a series that is just their mob. Like,
yeah,
they're gangsters. Like, do they have to go to the Yakuza and be like, can we option you for this?
Yeah. This is just like The Godfather, right? Like, this is.
I assume so.
The Yakuza probably like it when they're shown in this way, honestly.
Yeah.
So
it's like positive attention for them.
Yeah, they don't really care, I'm sure.
This positive IP.
Yeah.
It's like even if they're literal criminals, they're just like, yeah, this makes us kind of look good, so it's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just like I assume the people in the Mississippi Delta feel about Sinners right now, where they're like, maybe not too bad living down there, smoking stacks, seemed like they were having a good time. We didn't watch the second half of the movie.
Yeah, no, that entire time you were talking about Universes Beyond, I'm just sitting here thinking about the Yakuza collab being revealed next week, just like,
It just bothers me because, like, much like the Vice Schwartz thing, like when the art style is so very not the thing it's collabed
Yeah.
with.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just
Weiss
gonna, like,
Schwartz sometimes has like original art for like their sets, which
Yeah.
is super cool, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Which
I
they're
actually,
doing for the Bang Dream set, I'm pretty sure. Like the
that's
Bang
sick.
Dream set is getting a bunch of original art.
It sucks when like Weiss has like a set and the whole set is just anime screen caps, and you're like, damn, this is
Yeah.
ass.
I'm just gonna share it real quick because it's such an amusing ass screenshot.
What is cool is they had a Lucky Star set in Weiss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the
I'm just gonna put this here. This doesn't look real. This looks like something someone like photoshopped.
That is very much that is fucking Photoshop at 2 a.m. Yeah. And then like I'm gonna put this on the Cardfight Vanguard subreddit. This does make things like I think that's cupcake.
please
Anyway.
stop.
Appearing in anything Vanguard feels slightly more realistic.
Dude, why is there whatever, dude. All right, so but with the Lucky Star, the artist made like new art for the game just so like it wasn't fucking anime screen caps. Horror movie, why is card game being made? What?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, we're gonna have like Dead by Daylight Weiss set. Let's fucking
Oh. Katie dragged me to see Scream 7 last weekend.
how was that?
Terrible.
Why? I feel like when you start putting like 7 in front of your movie, you have to really think about like, should we really be going this far?
Well, apparently, a couple of the actors expressed they said like Free Palestine on social media, and the movie fired them, and then they had to do a bunch of rewrites and stuff. So, I would already probably be boycotting it. Not probably. I would be boycotting it on like that reason alone, but my wife loves horror movies. I love my wife. And then we got to the climax where I did the thing I do in all movies, because apparently I got the tism that counting the bullets because Archer has ruined me.
You
how many times did they shoot
dude?
I'm sorry. Like ever since I watched Archer, and he does this multiple times in the show where they're like, Archer, we have you pinned down. He's like, no, you don't. You fired 17 times. What? Yeah. In the chamber or whatever. So now,
why are you like this, bro?
I can't not count the bullets.
Why are you like
I don't even know anything about guns. Like, for all I know, these magazines have 40 bullets in them. I'm an idiot, but
you'd be able to tell if it was some sort of extended mag.
Okay, so one of the characters fires a gun 8 times and then takes the gun and runs to a different location. We never see her reload, and there's not like I ran by an ammo store and found another magazine. But later, at a different confrontation, she and someone else fire their guns 22 times. I'm not sure how many from each gun, but I heard 22 shots. So probably more than a gun can hold.
Probably. It depends. Like, it also depends on what caliber of bullet, because the smaller caliber ones can hold a lot.
Some kind of pistol. Don't know what the calibers do or what is normal. Don't know anything about guns. Just am able to count bullet shots. That's it.
Yeah. Like a 9mm, shooting 8 times, and then let's just say it was 11 times each. That's probably a little much.
Yeah, at least for the first one. The second one, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
Paramount is an evil company, Vice style game. It's not actual Vice. Paramount really said, let's make CBS a Fox too, and now they're probably they've been corporately captured.
Yeah.
So just throw that on the board with Newsmax and OAN.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. Sorry, this is a long ass time ago. Still very disappointed by Yakuza Infinite Wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
It's just not Yakuza 7 was so fucking good, and Infinite Wealth was 2 half-ass stories because they don't want to let Kiryu go.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. I was like, damn, they should just let that man die or something.
Or, not die and just, disappear forever.
Yeah, whatever. They could have, they had their out. They literally wrote their own out.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, Gaiden, the short one that they made, that was like $40 or whatever. That one was really good. I like that one, even if it was short.
That's cool.
What made it more frustrating that Infinite Wealth sucked. Maybe sucks not the right word. I thought the combat was drastically improved from Yakuza 7. But Yakuza 7 was just so well written. When 8 was not.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's still there. Did he beat cancer then? Jesus.
I mean, did you play Yakuza 8?
I didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't asking you. I know you didn't.
I know.
I don't think you would make it through a whole Yakuza game. I think you get too bored.
Oh my god, Ed! So my wife showed me this this woman on TikTok who has a kid on the spectrum who just now is verbal, but one of the words one of his vocal stems is "nope," like that, like an upward inflection. So now I can't read the word "nope" without hearing the little kid going "nope."
Pretty beast mode, honestly.
Yeah. So it's like a inside joke with Katie and I now. Yeah.
So, new WoW expansion is out.
I didn't even know WoW was still around.
I mean,
yeah.
It can't die. It made it through Shadowlands. It can no longer die.
What is Shadowlands? What was the problem with Shadowlands?
It had probably the worst system for reputation was a giant pain in the ass, and then you had to select which one you wanted to have rep with, and it gave you a skill based on that. So there's always a best one to do, but then you wanted stuff from the other one, so it was and every time you swapped, you had to completely reset.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to do this dumb dungeon to get your legendary item called Torghast that just took a billion years, and it was you felt like you were just doing busy work every week, and it was annoying. And the dungeons were really obnoxious too. But that was coming off another bad X pack, which was Battle for Azeroth. So there's 2 bad X packs in a row, which is and so a lot of people started being I'm not going to play this fucking game anymore. That was when there was a mass exodus to FF14. That was when that happened.
How long ago was this?
Hold on. When did Dragonflight come out? Dragonflight came out in 2022, so it's 2020, 21, 21, somewhere in there.
Okay.
End of COVID area.
Gotcha. So this is the what's it called? The Windows Vista of
kind of
WoW expansions, where it's just everybody fucking hates it.
Well, before it was kind of WoW would have a bad expansion, then a good expansion, a bad expansion, then a good expansion. So you were okay, this one's bad, the next one will be fine. We'll be back to normal. And they had 2 bad ones in a row, and you're
oh no,
that's crazy.
And they're that's a pattern. Fuck.
Yeah. It'd be like that. This one's pretty fun so far. It just came out a few days ago. Now I've already got 2 characters at max level.
Of course.
Hey, look, I've been working. I had to really grind for this.
Let's see. Other stuff going on. Not all that much. You guys want to just call it?
It's been close to an hour.
Close to an hour. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. At Nexus at Night on the social medias, patreon.com/Nexus at Night if you want to support the show. Follow me at Atlas Novak wherever fine social medias are found. Check out my other show, Generation Dan, which is about generational differences. We recently went on a hiatus, but at the time you're watching this live, we're recording our first episode back on Sunday. So we'll see you then. How about you guys?
I'm on Blue Sky, I think, at Wiggums 2Gs.
I mostly just use the Nexus at Night account for my personal use these days.
Yep, that's true.
All right. So thanks everybody for watching, and until next time, I was Atlas.
I'm still Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And peace to Ed, and have a good night, everybody.